One thing about professional wrestling is always in a constant state of flux. People rise, people fall. Some are just living out the rest of their days before they're able to cash those big goddamn royalty checks and just sit on their goddamn lounge chair in a whole bunch of pain because some, even though they try to preserve their bodies, are beat to goddamn shit. And some are rising, up and coming on the indies or even in big goddamn companies. And you know what? That's what I'm here to talk about. People that are saying, when's it gonna be my turn? I'm John Rentham with 10 wrestlers to look out for in 2025. Okay, shout out to Valena. Thank you very much for suggesting this. And no honorable mentions. I'm just going to talk about 10 wrestlers. Some that have been featured on TV quite a bit. A couple that maybe haven't been featured as much as they should. And some that I feel, after coming back from injury, could be poised to do great things. Barring, of course, any unfortunate injury. So, number 10, Penelope Ford. She was gone for a bit. I don't know why. It's not any of my business. I hope everything's okay and everything is good now. Penelope is never going to be like, goddamn Great Muta in the fucking ring. She's never going to be like, Bret Hart. She's never going to be Mildred Burke. She's not going to be the absolute goddamn best. But you know what she is going to be? Somebody that is going to continue to steadily improve. She has some nice skills. She does do a nice Muta lock. And she has shown that she's willing to learn, willing to get even better, willing to beat her body up. She has taken some crazy bumps before her sabbatical. And thankfully, she seems to be, improving. She seems to be back on the right track. Whatever happened, she seems to have that in the rearview mirror. And I hope that 2025 is going to be a big year for her because there's potential. There's absolute potential. It does not hurt, of course, that she has the package of having skills that are growing, and she looks good. And it's a good package that people can feature, and hopefully AEW sees that potential. Number 9, Anna Jay. Speaking of a package that you could absolutely see the potential in, Anna, her brief stint, sojourn into Stardom absolutely helped her. She has very much improved. She's getting better on the mic and a little bit more confident and has been excelling. Was also taking some crazy goddamn bumps. I was really worried in a few of those street fights that she's had over the past couple of years. Like, oh boy, that was fun. But Anna Jay really does have a good look about her. She does have more confidence, and it is, it's obviously showing. Her and Harley Cameron had a pretty good pre-show match at Wrestle Dream. That was nice to see, and Anna had the crowd in the palm of her hand. People were very into it. And Harley, even in general, has improved. So I could throw Harley Cameron on here if I wanted to. I don't know if she's going to have I don't know if she's going to do great things in 2025. But Harley Cameron could, she has improved. But Anna Jay, to me, gets a shout here because I think that she could be a champion. She could be a champion in 2025. So, let's go to number 8, Kiana James. What has happened to Kiana James? Where did she go? Genuine question, where did she go? Has the look, has, the persona, can hit some good moves. She was doing good stuff and then seemingly vanished. I don't know if it was an injury or they just felt she had more, reason to have season. I don't have a goddamn clue what the hell is going on. But apparently, Kiana James is going to be back at some point. And that's good because Kiana should have a good 2025. Is it going to take time for her to fully get there? Yes, but you're never going to know what you have if you don't give somebody a goddamn chance. And no, this isn't just going to be all women, but there are a lot of women I feel that do deserve the chance to really, really grow. And let's see what Kiana can do. If she's not injured and they're just having her wait on the goddamn sidelines, do something. Have her have a good showing at the Rumble to start off. I wouldn't be starting off the year, but because that's February 1st, but do something with her. She has a great look. Come on, how could you not? So, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I am going to throw Harley Cameron on this list at number 7 because Harley has a good look and Harley has embraced having more fun and is really making the most of her mic time. And has developed a pretty good, character and stuff like that. And no, she's not fantastic in the ring, but you can see that she's learning. She wants to learn. She's getting better. And she has that fire about her. There's that desire to improve. And I look forward to seeing what else Harley Cameron can do. Because there's something there. There's absolutely something there. Number 6, let's go to Nick Wayne. Nick fucking Wayne. The fact that this young man is on AEW programming at his young age, and I remember seeing him at some indie shows as far back as him being 13, 14. The young man is good. He is so fucking good. He is really fucking good. And his attitude, I've said it before in other reviews, I'm going to say it here. His attitude is he wants to learn. And he's very personable when he wasn't even booked on some of these indie shows. And he was just there in the crowd. Or he's just there, to visit friends and everything and just get a feel for, the stuff in Seattle, because you had to be a certain age to wrestle there. He would come up and talk to me and my friend Chris, a.k.a. the Durbinator. Super nice guy. I'm really happy to see him on a big stage like this after cutting his teeth, being a second-generation talent with his dad, Buddy Wayne, who was great at training people, apparently, and very well respected in the Pacific Northwest. He has carried on that legacy. And I love Nick. What a fucking talent. And I really hope that gold is in his... And singles gold, I mean. Because there's enough belts in AEW, but in all seriousness, I forgot the Trios championships are even a thing. In all honesty, Nick fucking Wayne is... Nick's so good. He is so good, and he's only going to get better. I just hope that maybe... And I say this as somebody that respects him. It's not my body. It's not my, way of life. But as a fan, I just hope maybe he can slow a few things down. Because he, even at 18, almost 19, he has a world of potential. And has started to realize that. I just hope that some of these crazy bumps don't end up, hastening any issues. Because he is really good. So anyway, number 5, Kyle Fletcher. So, yeah, he beat Will Ospreay, and he's done good stuff growing as a heel. 2025 is going to be one hell of a year for him. Could be tag gold, could be singles gold. He has done some good. Some of his promos are good. He still needs somebody to talk for him because him and Will have some good back and forth, but he still needs somebody to talk for him. He still needs somebody to take it easy, to reel him in and keep him away from his worst instincts, and you can see that. But his match with Ospreay and some of the television matches that he's had have really, really shown that, yeah, he's got something. Him and Mark Davis are a pretty damn good tag team as Aussie Open. But it looks like Kyle Fletcher is going to end up being the breakout star. And that's nothing against Mark Davis. But, yeah, Kyle, I think gold is in his future. Possibly as soon as the spring or summer of 2025. Number 4, Jacob Fatu. Okay, yeah, you could argue that people watch out for Jacob Fatu like you watch as safe as he is, and he is safe. My God, that moonsault, the splash, the kicks that he throws, he's incredible in the ring. He's charismatic. He is dynamic. Now that he is in WWE, he can sell. He can look like a monster. They need to give him a fucking monster run, a Diesel-like run in the goddamn Rumble. Showcase what he can do, because he's going to be the breakout guy of Solo's bloodline. He is going to be the guy where he's... People will cheer him. Even if he's a heel, they're going to cheer him because he's just that goddamn incredible. And that's the great thing about Jacob Fatu is just you can't help but watch him. He is so fun to watch in the goddamn ring. Now, number 3, Sol Ruca. Came off of a badly torn ACL as opposed to a goodly torn ACL. And barring any serious knee injury or any serious injuries because of all the flip-de-doo-dah stuff that she does, she makes it look crisp, she makes it look smooth, and she hits it with such precision. I mean, given her background, it makes sense, but just the fact that she can do that shit, she had a fucking springboard, 450 buckshot, which I wrote down as a 450 back shot because, of course, I did. But the fact that she is able to do that stuff, hit the Sasuke special outside, to a big old pop, like at NXT Deadline. But just, again, barring any injuries, any serious injuries, or future serious injuries, she's going to be somebody that's going to have gold. She's going to have she's going to have more fans than she already does. She is going to be somebody they can market, not just in NXT, but on the main roster. She looks good. Boy, does she ever. And she's marketable. She's 100% marketable. Number 2, Cora Jade. You know why Cora Jade? Look, I don't understand why people have hate towards Cora Jade. I'm not saying that Cora Jade is the best in the goddamn ring. She doesn't need to be. this heel persona has helped. The fact that she has been able to turn this stuff up, be a little snide, be a little smarmy, and be that bitchy, conniving heel, it works for her. She looks good. This recent team with Roxanne has really helped. But the fact is she uses, she has a good face to be a heel. She has great expressions. And yeah, it's going to take time for her skills to catch up to what her character work is doing now. But I think she's really, really good. I think Cora Jade is somebody that's absolutely going to not only have gold, she could be called up to the main goddamn roster. She could be somebody, if they wanted to have her and Bayley have a match, I'd be all for it. They could have her and Becky, whenever Becky comes back. There's a veritable cornucopia of options for Cora Jade to have breakout times in, 2025 and beyond. Number one, Obafemi, because when you look like that and when you have that kind of persona and you have the crowd already eating out of the palm of your very, very big, meaty hands, and you can move as well as he does while working as a giant and working as a big man. And the thing is, he's not a giant. I mean, he's obviously bigger than a lot of people that are currently in NXT, but he's not a super giant. He's not Andre the Giant, but he is somebody that he's agile, but he uses just pure brute strength. Great face, the bug eye, the great facial expressions, the fact that he gets it, he is getting it even more and more as time goes on. The promos are coming along, and Obafemi, if Obafemi is not on the main roster as either the IC or the US champion by the end of the year, he's not IC or US champion by the end of 2025, I will be amazed. I'm not saying he's going to hold it the entire year, but if he wins it, if he gets called up to Raw after WrestleMania, or the SmackDown after WrestleMania, and wins the US or IC title, whichever, and then holds it until SummerSlam, that counts. Obafemi is absolutely poised to be somebody to really look out for, because if you don't, he'll chop the shit out of you. So, that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Rethlin. I'll see you soon.